I'm Briana.
I'm Anthony.
And we are not at the Avalon today. We are here at our home dance studio, and we are bringing you a snowy lesson. And today, because we know a lot of you are joining us from home and may not have a partner with you, we're going to be going through some exercises that you can do alone and then integrate them into your West Coast swing so that you can come back on December 1st with us and try these new techniques and or fun things.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, so to start, we want to talk about listening to sounds in the song versus just dancing the patterns. So what we mean is we are so glad that so many of you have joined us for classes and have so many great patterns in your toolbox, and now we want to start to dance that on top of the sounds that are going on in the music, so we're not just doing pattern, 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 pattern. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put on a song for us, and Anthony and I are going to show what it looks like just if we were to dance basic patterns, just like our teachers told us, with perfect technique and no fancy things. And then we're going to go through that same song again, and we're going to dance it with the sounds. So let's play that first song. So this is just patterns. In the music, any specific lyrics, any specific snaps, and now we're going to show you what it sounds like, or what it looks like if we dance to that same song, trying to hit some of those sounds. That same piece of music hitting the sounds. And so, sure, did we add any besides basic patterns in there?
Everything was pretty basic pattern, yeah.
Yeah, so all of that came out of a whip, sugar push, left side pass, and right side pass. Mm-hmm. So all we did differently is we held sounds out longer. We went faster. And so, cool, we know how to do this, but how can we do this on our own? How can we start to add this into our patterns with our partner in the wild? So, we're going to play this song one more time. Hold 1 second, Anthony. So, I just want to say that you are all the lucky ones. You are not filming this for the internet. You do not need to, we are doing this in the comfort of our home for everybody on the internet, and you are in the comfort of your home and you get to do it without anyone watching you. So there may be things Anthony and I are doing that we are comfortable with, and there may be things that we're doing that we're just trying for the first time. So that's the exciting thing about being a dancer, is we get to put ourselves out there and find new ways of expression. So for this first round, anything goes. We're not going to be trying to do any kind of patterns, and so we just encourage you to find a sound that you like, that you connect to, and then find a way to express it in your body from head to toe. So we'll give you some of those examples right now.
The goal is inspiration and creativity.
Goal is inspiration and creativity. actually dancing separately of each other, and we heard some of the same sounds, I can tell by some of the things we were hitting, but ultimately we're just trying to find what our bodies express most easily, and maybe try to few new things. Yeah. I am filming for the internet. I might have stuck with a few things I know.
And what's hard about this is breaking out of the West Coast swing timing, especially for this, but in order to bring in new things, new patterns, new ideas, you kind of have to break outside of what we already know.
Right, okay. So, with that being said, we're gonna play one more song. It's gonna be a different song. So for me personally, this style is a little bit more lofty, a little bit more airy, and I connect with that a little bit more. If these songs are not working for you, we recommend doing all of these exercises again on your own to music you absolutely love, and we'll give you guys a playlist in our link for the video today. But if you love these songs, just play them over and over and over again until you feel absolutely comfortable with them and feel good in your body. So.
And in doing that, you'll hear new sounds you probably didn't hear the first couple times around, so you might latch on to something else and come up with something new.
Yes.
Ready?
We're ready. Let's go. So this time, we are going to do it in the West Coast swing timing. So try to put it in a sugar push, a left side pass, a right side pass, a whip, sugar tongue.
And I'm scheming, yeah you do. You're opposing, and I know that it's untuned. All my friends think you're vicious, and they say you're suspicious. You keep dreaming, and I'm scheming, yeah you do. I feel like I'm drowning.
Awesome. So now Anthony and I are going to talk about what we experienced as a leader and as a follower going through that exercise, and then give you a few more tools to think about for when you are dancing it with a partner. Starting with Anthony, if that's okay.
Yeah, so for me, I like to use my feet a lot, so right from the beginning I was kind of using that boom, ding, and kind of using that as my steps to take a quick step and hold that for a second as I move on to the next step. But also towards the end of the 8 count pattern, or I think the 32 count pattern, you heard the ding, 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 ding. I use that as an opportunity to kind of speed up what we're doing to hit that next one very cleanly with a lot of build up.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, just to continue on Anthony's part, I'm gonna kind of be like a dance dummy for him so he can show leaders what he's talking about. And I'm not going to try to influence at all, and then we'll reverse and we'll have me do it as follower. So for instance, Anthony hears the sound that is, how does it go?
Boom, ding. And that shows up, so if I go boom, ding.
Okay, so I see what Anthony does. Maybe I can match it. If you do have a partner, you could match it. But if not, I'm just going to let him do.
And then on that second part for the I just literally try to speed it up so that we hit there like boom.
So leaders, you can see how Anthony has it in his mind and he practices it on his body so that it actually translates when it is with me. So it's not like he has it in his head, he's not dancing it at all, and then he wonders why it doesn't work. Maybe sometimes it doesn't work, but he has that time to practice, and so you actually use this.
I do. So when I'm at home practicing, especially that step where I said I'm holding that for a second and moving into the next pattern, that shows up a lot. And I do that because for me, it's fun. It makes the music more fun. It makes me more fun to dance with, especially for the follower. They see that something else is happening, but it's not super complicated to the point where they can't latch onto it. And yeah, it just makes me more fun to dance with, if I do say so myself.
Yes, so sometimes it's actually hard to dance with Anthony during the night because there's so many people that want to dance with him. And so for followers, I will say sometimes it can feel like we need more permission to add or influence a pattern. So a lot of my styling ends up looking a little bit more like isolations, or I try to fit it into the context of the pattern. So the fun thing is when you do a drill like this, both leaders and followers have the opportunity to lead their own patterns. So we get to control, followers, what the pattern is, which means we don't have to guess whether our styling will fit or not. But let's say, for instance, what I ended up doing this time around for this practice session is I found I kind of latched onto one sound, and I just tried to find how many different ways I could put that movement into different patterns. Lots of rondes and a lot of like small moving the feet, because I also give that boop, 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 boop. And so what it looks like for me, if I'm trying to get that bup, 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 and I have a partner, I might hit it through the shoulders, boop, 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 right? Can I have this move over here? Or if I'm hearing the longer drawn out sounds, this actually can work for both leaders and followers. You can put it on the end of a triple step, or you can put it on the longer count, which is on the walks, and you could go ronde, ronde, and then go into your triple steps, because the sounds are a little longer. But if you're hitting that faster, boop, 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 you can do it maybe inside of a boop, 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 the end of a sugar push or left side pass. Cool. So I think we have one more song for all of you, and we're gonna dance it for you separately for a minute, and then we're going to demo. We're just gonna come together and dance it with each other, hearing the sounds, so you guys can see what it looks like when we practice by ourselves, and then see how it applies, at least to us. It's not gonna be the same for every dancer, but at least you will have another tool for your toolbox, something that you can practice all the time, whether it's a dance night or not. And hopefully you have a ton of fun with this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and yeah, we'll get dancing to that song. I'm just gonna move this camera. The new song. We're still going. Yes. We're 90s kids, so you know. I was like, why aren't you dancing with me? That's a little bit more of what we would do on our own. We're gonna come together. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. thank you so much for joining us for this fun little exercise workshop. A little shorter than our normal 1 hour classes, but we know that there's so much you can do in an hour with this exercise, and we want to leave what we normally do in class is leave the rest of it to you to explore and try it out for yourself.
Right. I'm excited to see what you all come up with when we see you on 12/1.
Yes. So have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.